All right, everybody, welcome to your onboarding. Probably one of the more critical pieces of the 8 speed filters. This is where you get to learn exactly how the business works, exactly what we're going to be relying on you for, exactly what you can rely on us for. And this is it. This is where your business, where the rubber hits the ground. My name's Jared Bringhurst, and I'm really, really excited to be doing your onboarding today. If you've watched this video, you've obviously been to a business presentation meeting, filters 1 through 3. You've also been coded and done your AMA online, which is speed filter 4 and 5 on the interview. So now we're going to get into your onboarding. First things first, you've got to start with a why. Not just your why. You definitely want to have your why, because that's what's going to get you through the rough times. There's going to be rough times. Nobody has promised that this is going to be easy. This is not easy, but it's worth it. Your why is the thing that's going to pull you from the trenches when you have a rough day, when you have a hard time, when those people say no to you, because it's coming. And not only do you want your own why, you want to get really clear the why of the business. Why do we offer what we do? You want to make sure that you're communicating it effectively. So we watch this video with Simon Sinek. It's a 5-minute video on why. I want you to start to think about, why am I doing this? Why this product? Why financial services? Why this business opportunity where people get to work from home, where people can create their own income and there is no glass ceiling? So as we watch this, be thinking of those things. Here we go.
I call it the golden circle. Why, how, what? This little idea explains why some organizations and some leaders are able to inspire where others aren't. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do, 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean, what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anyone care? Well, as a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Let me give you an example. I use Apple because they're easy to understand and everybody gets it. If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this: we make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. And that's how most of us communicate. That's how most marketing is done. That's how most sales is done. And that's how most of us communicate interpersonally. We say what we do. We say how we're different or how we're better. And we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, something like that. Here's our new law firm. We have the best lawyers with the biggest clients. We have, we always perform for our clients, do business with us. Here's our new car. It gets great gas mileage. It has, leather seats. Buy our car. But it's uninspiring. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right? You're ready to buy a computer from me. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it proves to us is that people don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This explains why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. But we're also perfectly comfortable buying an MP3 player from Apple, or a phone from Apple, or a DVR from Apple. But as I said before, Apple's just a computer company. There's nothing that distinguishes them structurally from any of their competitors. Their competitors are all equally qualified to make all of these products. In fact, they tried. A few years ago, Gateway came out with flat screen TVs. They're eminently qualified to make flat screen TVs. They've been making flat screen monitors for years. Nobody bought one. And Dell came out with MP3 players and PDAs. And they make great quality products, and they can make perfectly well-designed products, and nobody bought one. In fact, talking about it now, we can't even imagine buying an MP3 player from Dell. Why would you buy an MP3 player from a computer company? But we do it every day. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When we communicate from the outside in, yes, people can understand vast amounts of complicated information like features and benefits and facts and figures. It just doesn't drive behavior. When we communicate from the inside out, we're talking directly to the part of the brain that controls behavior, and then we allow people to rationalize it with the tangible things we say and do. This is where gut decisions come from. You know, sometimes you can give somebody all the facts and your figures, and they say, I know what all the facts and details say, but it just doesn't feel right. Why would we use that verb? It doesn't feel right, because the part of the brain that controls decision-making doesn't control language. And the best we can muster up is, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Or sometimes you say you're leading with your heart, or you're leading with your soul. Well, I hate to break it to you, those aren't other body parts controlling your behavior. It's all happening here in your limbic brain, the part of the brain that controls decision-making and not language. But if you don't know why you do what you do, and people respond to why you do what you do, then how will you ever get people to vote for you or buy something from you, or more importantly, be loyal?
So there it is. You want to start with the why. You want to start with the big why. People buy why you do it, not what you do. You know, for me, one of my whys of having people join this company is to cause financial freedom through education. That's my why. So people are free. Freedom. That's my why, that people aren't shackled down by their 9 to 5, if that's what they want. People aren't shackled down by money or stopped by, you know, the status quo or anybody else. Nobody's going to tell them also that people get free from broken business systems. That's why I do this. The what and the how is we have a business system that's duplicatable, simple, low barrier of entry, and the best mentorship in the world. What? World Financial Group with Milet. That's the way that gets processed and communicated. So make sure when you're out there, whether you're talking to somebody about doing this business, that you're communicating the why. What's the charge? What's the crusade? What are we out to do? Ed's why is to create more people that are financially free than anybody ever in the history of humanity, which he's measuring by people that make $1 million a year or more. That's what he talks about. If you hear him, it's the why, it's the why, it's the why. Then he gets into the how and then the what. But people already can justify the what because we've got such a big why. You've got to have a big why. Now, here's a little bit more of the how. Here's how you build your business. It's very simple. If you can pick up a phone and make phone calls and texts, you can build this business. So the first thing we're going to talk about are 3-way reference texts. So you're going to start this by the moment you end this onboarding, send 5 reference texts with your mentor. If you haven't been partnered up with a mentor, call the person who brought you on and ask them who your mentor is. Get you signed up with your mentor. You should have it on BSC Pro. It should be assigned to you. If it's not, we'll get that taken care of. Send your reference text in the next 24 hours, 5 reference texts minimum. We've got the formats and all of the scripts online on the Facebook group under files. You can find them. It's easy to do. And what this does is it edifies you and uses third-party verification, so it makes it simpler. So you don't have to go to people directly and say, hey, I'm brand new at this and I'm going to be looking at your finances, and by the way, you should come find out about this business opportunity. It softens it so you can say, hey, I just got into this, Sam, and I'm really excited to share it with you. And I want to connect you with my mentor, Jared. He just left a company. He did 22 million in 5 years. He's been in business for himself for 20. He's business partners with Ed Milet. If you don't know him, Google him. Ed Milet's named one of the richest 50 under 50. He's made 8 figures a year and he's walking away from it to do this business. That's a proper 3-way text. Then you've got the business invite. So that I just did is a business invite. Let me give you a reference text. A reference text sounds something like this. Hey, Jim, I just started my new business. I'm sending this to see if you would be a reference to confirm I am who I say I am. My mentor, Jared Bringhurst, would like to reach out to you. I'll let you two take it from here. Then I get on the line, or whoever it is that's your mentor, and say, Jim, thank you so much. Really great to meet you. I just need 5 minutes of your time. We call, we do the reference text. The next one is the business presentation invite where you edify. That's the one I just went over a second ago. You send 5 of those as well. So you're going to be sending 10 text messages right after this call. 5 that you know you can invite straight to the business opportunity. 5 that you can invite as a reference. Now, I highly recommend calling these people first. Call them up. Say you want to do a business invite. Call them up. Say, hey, I just started this new business. I'm really excited about it. I would love for you to check out what I'm doing. We don't do high pressure times sales at all. I want to connect you with my mentor. Is it okay if I put you on a 3-way text with them? That's it. That's all it takes to build this business. That is it. And then we're going to put them through the 8 speed filters. Speed filter 1 through 3 as they come to a business presentation meeting, either in person or on Zoom. Then they get coded and schedule their tests. They do that within the first 24 hours, ideally, after they've been to a business presentation meeting. 5 and 6 are their business plan and their financial needs analysis. 7 are their top 25 list, and 8 is they become a client. Those are the speed filters. When we told you we have a duplicatable, simple system, this is it. This is what Ed built over a $20 million a year business on. This is it. These 3 steps alone. So at the end of this, you're gonna go to the Facebook page and you're gonna download this and you're gonna print it. And I want you to study this. I want you to get to know this. I want you to memorize the 8 speed filters. I want you to get really good at the reference text. I want you to get really good at the business invite text. Let us help you build your empire. Now, there's 3 components to this business, and most people have these backwards. The number one biggest is personal development. Personal development's over 50% of this. Are you willing to be coached to be the best version of you? Ed Milet always talks about upping your internal thermostat with your identity. You've got your thermostat set at 72 degrees. Let's say you're a $40,000 a year person, 50, 70, 102, whatever it is. You got a thermostat for life. You got a thermostat for your relationships. You got a thermostat for your money. You got a thermostat for your weight, your health, all of it. And you want to increase that thermostat. What we want to do is get that into the 80s, 90s, 100s. We want to get that thing boiling. And how we're going to do that is the personal development side. We're going to mentor you and we're going to coach you. And just like when you go to the gym, if you go to the gym and work out, you don't want a coach who says, you know what, Johnny? You know what, Sally? Take this set off. You did a really good job last week. No, you want that coach that's going to push you to max out every single one of your sets. Why? Because you need to tear those muscles to get better. We're going to be tearing the muscles, only it's inside of who you are as a human to increase your identity. So we're always going to be coaching the next best version of you. We're always going to be coaching you up to that next best version of you. So you want to remember, when we're coaching you, we're coaching the next best version of you, not where you're at right now. The second piece of this is business development. We're going to teach you how to develop your business and the tools you need. Now it's your turn to put in the work. We've got the 8 speed filters. We've got the onboarding. We've got the BPMs. We've got the financial needs analysis. We've got the mentors. We've got everything you need to build your business. And that's about 35%. Usually people think the financial education is the biggest part. It's not. It's the smallest piece. Anybody can learn the financial education. Not everybody's willing to be personally developed. And that's knowing our products and service. What is an index universal life? What is an annuity? What is the savings accounts that we offer? And we will provide you with the education on those too. Next, people ask, oh, but I don't have the time. I don't know if I have the time. I wonder if I've got the time. Do you have the time? There's 168 hours in a week, folks. If you're spending 8 hours a night sleeping, which I don't know anybody who actually gets 8 hours of sleep, but if you do, 56 hours. If you work 40 hours a week, if you eat, shower, travel the other 35 hours, you still have 37 hours left. And that is plenty of time to build this business. So whether you've got 15 hours, 25 hours, 30 hours, 40 or 90 hours to build this business, it's plenty of time. Here's a great quote from Nicole Went. This business can be built part-time, just not spare time. When you do part-time, you want to schedule it. This is number one. This is the first piece of coaching. Get it scheduled. Put it in your calendar. What are the times that you're working on this business? Get your environment enrolled in that's what you're doing. Let your spouse, your friends, your family know, hey, this is where I'm building my legacy. And don't interrupt me. I don't make grocery runs at this time. I don't do emergencies at this time. I don't do help moving at this time. This is when I'm working. And if you do that and you do it consistently, you use our system, you'll win. Now, here's the 5 reasons. There's 5 reasons that people don't make it in this business. Number 1 is lack of personal development, like we just talked about. If they're unwilling to be coached, you won't make it. Not willing to get out of your comfort zone. If you're unwilling to be uncomfortable, just like at the gym, if you're unwilling to be uncomfortable, if you're unwilling to have that pressure at the gym, you'll never get in better shape. And if you're not willing to get out of your comfort zone here, you'll never win. If you're not coachable or you won't use the proven system, you won't win. Look, we've got Ed Milet as our coach. He's 8 figures. Until I've made more than him and am making more than him in the business, I think it's smart to just do the copycat. That's what's so beautiful about this system is it's duplicatable. So don't reinvent the wheel, do our system and be coachable. The other one, and this is really important, everybody, is a negative spouse. You got to get them online. You got to let them know what your dreams are. You got to let them know why you're doing this. You got to let them know what you're doing. Get them into the business if you can. But you got to have the support at home. That's why we want to make sure that we do either a Zoom call or a meeting with your spouse and they're involved and they're clear what you're doing and they get to be part of the family. We want your spouse into the team takeover family. Your kids, we want them integrated into the family, and that'll make it easier for you to succeed. The last one is lack of discipline or work ethic. This is not something where you just sit back and get rich quick. This takes work, hard work. The good thing is the work you put in now can pay out later. So those are the 5 things that can keep you from making it in this business. I want you to ask this question of yourself. Do you have any concern about any of these 5? Which one is it? And it's okay to have a concern about one of the 5. Are you not willing to get out of your comfort zone? Do you hate being uncomfortable? Great. Just know it. Just know that that's the thing that you're going to tackle in this. That's the personal development side where you're going to break through it. So take mental note and get committed to breaking through whatever that one is. Next, here's how you build and scale your business. This is how you build and scale your business through reference call text. So picture that top of the funnel like a text message, a phone call, drop, boop, right into the top of the funnel, right? And then we're going to move it around this system. So a reference text goes in, you tell people, hey, I just started this new business. I need you to be a reference with my mentor, right? Like we talked about, we do a 5-minute reference call with them. We schedule a kitchen table presentation with them and or a BPM. We do the kitchen table presentation, their financial needs analysis. They come on as a customer. We get referrals. So now we've got 2 that are dropping in the funnel, right? We got your current customer and a new one. Now we're putting 2 people through the funnel. And we're driving them to the business presentation meeting. How that happens is either on the reference call, if they're interested in the business, they see a place where they might need to make some more money. They want to have a flexible schedule. They want to be able to work from home. Any of those things fit, we get them to the business presentation meeting. If they're not interested in the reference text, no problem. We'll do it again in the financial needs analysis, because a lot of times we find out in the financial needs analysis that people really don't have the income to support their goals. We've got the answer. Next is, here's the 8 speed filters to build your empire. Three-way business deck, same filter, same funnel. You do the three-way intro to the business, or you do the phone call. Then we do a 15-minute business intro. We let them know what Ed Milet's doing. We let them know what your mentor is doing. We schedule them for the business presentation meeting. Sound familiar? 8 speed filters, 1 through 3, get them through the business presentation meeting. You want to start learning these. We say this is like drinking from a fire hose. Don't worry about that. You're going to hear the same thing over and over and over again. Then you're going to start saying it. Then you're going to start teaching it. You will get good at this. You will hear the same thing over and over and over and over, and all of a sudden you'll start saying it, and then your people will start saying it. We're going to get them AMA and coded. We're going to get them on the Facebook page, their 5 reference calls. We're going to get them pre-licensed and schedule their license. We're going to get them onboarded with their business plan, their financial needs analysis. We're going to get the top 25 done, and we're going to get them to become a client, 10 field trainings. They bring another person on. Now 2 people go around this. You're starting to see it. Then when 2 people go around it, then they turn into 4, they turn into 8, and now you're building your empire. We've got the customer side with the reference text and the business side with the business presentation meetings. Starting to see how simple this is. If you're thinking to yourself, this is way too simple to build, $100,000, $50,000, $1 million, $10 million, $20 million, whatever your goals are, you're right. That's why it's scalable. If you remember in the business presentation meeting, we talked about the 4 things it takes to build a duplicatable large business. 1, it's got to be simple and duplicatable. You've got to have the right mentorship, low barrier of entry, right? That's what we've got here. That's why it's so simple. Now, here's what we've got for you. And I want you to take a picture of it, print it, put this on your wall. The very first goal you've got from today is your 7-day sprint. So we want you to get your 7-day sprint, which is get code, log on to Excel, schedule your licensing test, complete your 5 reference calls, do your Zoom intro with your spouse or in-person intro, complete your financial needs analysis, become a client, also known as going through the 8 speed filters, do the 30-day, 90-day, and 1-year financial goals, and join our Facebook group and do an intro of yourself onto our Facebook group. Then we've got the 30-day fast start. Pass your life insurance exam within 2 to 3 weeks. 5-5-30. What's 5-5-30? You're going to hear a lot about 5-5-30. This is how you get Ed's attention. Oh, by the way, you do the 7-day sprint. You complete all these. You check all those boxes. You're going to get a signed copy of Max Out. That's right. You're going to get a signed copy from Ed Milet of Max Out. 30-day fast start. So the 5-5-30, you bring 5 people on, but you count as one of them. So 4 more people. You do 5 pieces of business, but guess what? You're probably going to be a customer because you're going to be selling our products. So you at least want to get on with it at a very minimum, our savings account, but you might find other things in your financial needs analysis we can help you with. 5-5-30, 5 pieces of business, 5 people on in 30 days. Get appointed with the main providers. We'll teach you how to do that. We're going to sign you off on kitchen table presentations to do them on your own. You got to memorize who we are and what we do script. Again, that's on the Facebook page. And 3 guests to a business presentation meeting, 3 field trainings. Boom. You hit the 30-day fast start. And guess what? You get the monthly bonus. Right now, the monthly bonus is having dinner at Ed Milet's house in Laguna Beach. We're not sure what yours is. Ask your upline. They will let you know exactly what your bonus is this month. It is exciting. We are building. This is the best time ever to get into this industry. We're really excited to have you on, and you want to hit these milestones. Next, the 5-5-30 is what gets you into the Max Out Club. What's the Max Out Club? We're going to have special seating, special bonuses, special dinners for people that enter the Max Out Club. So you want to hit that 5-5-30 and get into the club, get into the Max Out Club. 5 associates, 5 families help, 30 days, and you're going to join the elite of the elite and get your business started right. Next, here's what you want to know. You probably want to know what the promotions are. You probably want to know what it takes to move up. Well, here it is. If you look on the left-hand side of the screen, we've got TA, Training Associate. That's 25%. So you get a 25% override on everything you do. Once you're licensed, you start off as a training associate. You do 5-5-30, you'll hit associate. We give you an immediate bonus to hit 5530. I hit 5530 in my first week before I even ever took my test. It's easy to do if you really go for it. So hit that 5530, and then you're going to be an associate, and you're going to start out at a 35% override. Then if you're a senior associate, that's 45%, and you do 30,000 in points in 3 months. Don't worry, we'll explain all this. Marketing director is 50%, 40,000 points in 3 months, and broker. That's where you want to push. You want to hit broker in 60 to 90 days, 65% commission. It's 75,000 in points in your entire base shop over 30 days or over 90 days. Here's what it takes to be SMD. Senior marketing director is also called broker. You're licensed. You have 10 licensed agents anywhere in your total team, your base camp. 2 of them are associates, or 1 of them is a marketing director. 75,000 total points over a rolling 3-month period, and you get promoted. This is a big deal. This is where you're going to start getting attention from the top leaders. This is where Ed's going to start pouring into you. This is where you'll be on the leadership calls. You're going to get the top level attention once you start producing. Now, here's what it takes to be a broker. We have these things called flamingo legs. It's really fun. So you up there are at the top, and then you have 4 levels deep. So you bring on associate 1, associate 1 brings on associate 2, associate 2 brings on associate 3, and associate 3 brings on associate 4. We call that a flamingo leg. Why? Because it's got some stability to it. It's not going anywhere. You build 3 flamingo legs, and that's about what it takes to be a broker. Next, you'll print this out. This is your top 25 list. And if you look at the numbers coincide at the bottom. Number 1, are they 25 years old? Number 2, are they married? Number 3, do they have dependent children? Number 4, are they a homeowner? Number 5, do they have a solid career? Number 6, they have an income of $75K annually, combined household. 7, are they dissatisfied with their current situation, their current money, their current job? And 8, are they entrepreneurial ambitious? So you want to circle each one of those as a qualification and write these down. This is where you're going to start your field trainings. This is where you're going to start those 3-way texts that we talked about the business intro as well as the reference calls. Now, here's your action items over the next 24 to 48 hours. Number 1, get your financial needs analysis done with your spouse if you have one, or partner. Number 2, become a customer immediately. If you've got no policy in place, get a policy in place. Now, just make sure you're protected. Make sure your family's protected. Find a product that fits your needs and complete the top 25, that last slide. And then your goal is to make sure you've got 3 guests to a business presentation meeting and 3 field training appointments complete in the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, here's the deal. I want you to go on the Facebook page and let everybody know you just finished your onboarding. I want you to download the files. So click on the files and also the units. We've got online training platforms. You want to get logged onto those. You want to get onto BSC Pro. Upload your information into that. You want to hit the ground running. And remember your why. Remember why you did this. You've got the opportunity to change your family tree here. You know, we really do take pride in that, you know, we're realizing financial freedom through education for our agents and our customers alike. And we're really, really excited to have you. And we cannot wait to see you at the top. Cheers to the future.